Right-hand or one-sided limits. The right-hand or one-sided limit of a function refers to the limit of a function as x approaches c from the right. This is notated by the limit of f of x as x approaches c with a plus sign as a superscript. This refers to as the as x approaches c from the right side. So if we look at a typical number line and negative is on the left and positive is on the right, when we look at c from the right, we see it's from the positive side. So if this limit equals the right-hand limit as x approaches c, then a limit exists at c if f of c exists. So here's an example. Using the graph below, determine the right-hand limit of the function f of x at x equals -8, -2, 6, and 10. Okay, so let's look at the limit of f of x as x approaches -8 from the right. So if we go to x equals -8, and we follow the function as it approaches -8 from the right, we see that we get -6. The limit of f of x as x approaches -2 from the right. So we'll come to -2, and we see that coming from the right, we can infer from the graph that it's approaching infinity. Limit of f of x as x approaches 6 from the right. We find 6, approach it from the right. We see that it's approaching 5. And the limit of f of x as x approaches 10 from the right, we get 0. Calculate the limit of 1 divided by x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the right. So when we utilize the process of substitution in this situation, the result we get is, if we put in 3 for x, we find that we get 1 over 3 minus 3, 1 over 0, indeterminate, undefined. Therefore, we know that at x equals 3, there's an asymptote. So we have to visualize and think about this in a less strictly numerical way, because substitution doesn't work here. So to do this, we can look at this and we find that 3 from the right. This is 3 from the right. So 1 divided by, we can substitute in, but we realize that it's not exactly 3, it's 3 from the right. So what does that mean? That means it's slightly greater than 3. So 3 point, an infinitely close value to 3, and increasingly closer to 3, minus 3. Therefore, we get 1 over a tiny positive number, an infinitely tiny positive number, which 1 divided by an infinitely small positive number gives us infinity. So the limit of f of x, or of 1 divided by x minus 3 as x approaches 3 from the right, is equal to infinity.